Especially you, Kate.
Okay.
So I got a dog.
And Facebook. Okay.
How do you
Is
share it?
live.
How do I share it to my page to tell them to come here?
Just hit share.
And then go to share to a group?
Any of you guys familiar with Facebook 101? You can run in there and...
No, you just go to share,
Yeah.
and then it should just start typing.
Yeah, but it would go to...
It's going to go to your Facebook page.
Okay, well. There
Oh,
you go.
you might have to change your
You
profile.
want it to be on this one, right?
Here, let me look at yours. You might need to go to...
I think it feels.
Go to my own
So if
profile.
you go down to the
looking at-
corner,
Yep.
so close that.
Go to mine.
Yes. And then you have to just search it.
Yeah,
through
got
your
it, got it.
There you go. Yeah.
Way to go.
We're doing it. Well, mine's there, so here we go.
Okay, good.
Oh, boy. Wow. There's a lot going on up there.
So much.
Oh, and sorry, and usually I have this going too. So, but hey, to anyone who might be joining us, welcome to the first live stream of Keeping It Real Estate with Colleen, Kate, and Meg. We'll be starting very shortly here, and but yeah, you're welcome to share the show, comment if you have questions about real estate, if you want to have questions about their personal lives, if you have, I don't know, want to know what they're wearing.
It's under the table.
Not pants.
Nothing.
Yeah, next week we got to do pants or the Fredericks.
Pants. The Frederick.
I'm telling you, Fredericks in Hollywood is going to sponsor
back.
this show.
They're sponsor.
We got to show it first.
Yeah. They have to want it.
They have to.
We have to want
They
it.
want to know what you're willing to do. Yeah. All right. See if you guys. I'm testing how self-conscious you are for your first live show.
No,
Oh,
it's
pretty.
yeah.
Pretty.
Okay.
I just think you just go in assuming nobody's watching.
That's
just
true.
like normal.
That's true.
Just
No,
like
it
normal.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No
how
one
it is
is.
for the first one. So.
My friends and family aren't supportive.
Nope.
I have a
I'm-
friend.
I'm here with my friends and family.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
uh-huh.
And actually, let's see. Can I? Well, then never mind. We're fine. I was just testing the audio levels, but all right, guys.
I think if we could keep the sign where it is, that'd be great for me.
Yeah. I was gonna take it down. With
No,
The bun's a dead giveaway.
Everyone's in the right spot.
You're right at your name.
Well, you're like the funny one.
I'm
Kate.
the head.
Yeah.
You're like the neighbor in the.
Exactly. The Wilson.
Can I come in? Or,
You will. Hold on. I'm actually connecting the chat because we should tell people
I don't know.
that if they want to join the chat. I know the sign's up because we're technically starting the show.
No, it's good.
Is to let people know that. What the fuck am I saying now?
This is us.
I don't know, but
This is not the most professional start that I've ever had.
It's okay.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, if they comment, that we can put their comments on screen. We
Okay.
want
So
them
we
to
can
participate.
see.
They have
Yeah, yeah.
questions about real estate.
Absolutely.
who doesn't?
I do.
Everyone does.
Doesn't have
It's like the
questions.
weather. People
I-
love
Everybody
talking
wants
about
to
it.
know.
I actually have a legit question this week, whenever
Okay,
it's
great.
time. When
Yeah,
it's
are we
time.
ready?
Yeah,
It
it's
can
all.
be time whenever
I
you
don't
want
know.
it to be
Colleen
time.
doesn't seem like she's ready because she's really in
I'm-
her phone.
It just doesn't feel like she wants it as
Not
much as
now.
everyone else.
No.
Misty is watching,
Oh, that's good.
so that's fun.
Shout out Misty.
Hi, Misty.
Missy Shrew Troop.
We miss you.
This is like that show when they look through the looking glass. I see Misty. Misty's with us today. Do you remember that?
No, but I love Kate's reaction to it. She said,
Don't know what you're saying.
Or I'm older than you.
I know.
Ancient.
oh.
Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, it's
we
all you
go.
guys.
Oh, we're ready?
We're doing
Oh
it.
wow! Look at us at our
You've been
first
doing it.
live episode of Keeping It Real Estate with Colleen.
Kate.
And Meg.
It's very exciting. Thanks for being here together
Yes.
with us.
With us.
Super
Yes.
excited.
Misty.
Thanks,
And
Misty,
maybe
our fan.
one friend that I have.
We're so happy.
yes.
And Misty, since you're in there, just feel free to chime in if there's things that we forgot about that you can remember that are funny for us to
Right.
talk about.
And when we were referring to Misty, she is our operations manager. She does all of our paperwork.
She's
and
the brains.
She's in charge.
She keeps us organized for our team, basically. Yeah. What is going on with real estate for you guys this week?
Oh, it's another. I feel like crazy out there again,
Yeah.
and I mean, in a good way for sellers and not such a good way for buyers. It's been hard.
Yeah, it's
But-
really nuts. It's so multiple offers season, just no
Keeps on going.
inspections. Yeah.
Appraisal gaps.
Appraisal gaps.
Ran
yeah.
into Meg.
Oh
walking
yeah,
out
we
of-
ran
yeah.
into each other.
There's so few houses that we run into our own teammates
Yeah.
at the same house.
Yep.
And then we have to fight. It's terrible.
That's exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a throwdown.
Yeah.
What about you, Kate? You had some stuff. You had a
Oh,
fun day
Yeah,
yesterday.
well, one of the things that we do as realtors sometimes is go ahead and go into different neighborhoods and just knock on people's doors, which some realtors don't love, and I'm sure some people that are the recipients of the door knocking don't love, which is totally understandable. But I did it yesterday for a couple of my buyers that are looking in South Minneapolis because there's just not too much available. And the first door I knocked on, the lady who answered was actually super friendly, just really chatty. And I asked, my friends, my buyers are looking in this neighborhood. Do you know anyone that's thinking of selling, or could you be thinking of selling in the near future? And she said, we're not selling. No, we're not selling. No, we just bought it 7 years ago. And in my mind, I was thinking, well, you could be selling because, technically most people are in their house for 7 to 10 years. But she's like, no, we just did a ton of work. And then she started pointing to the back of the house. And she's like, look, we did this addition here. And then she's like, come on in. And so I was at this stranger's house for 1 hour. And I saw everything in her house, and including like some underwear that were on the floor. And just like, it was really interesting. I mean, she's not originally from Minnesota, but she was very Minnesota nice. Like, just very like, come on in. I'm going to show you my garage. I'm going to show you my pantry. I'm going to show you
My underwear.
I'm going to show you my toilet. And, I was there for an hour. She's not selling. And these are the kind of success stories that you'll hear from me in this podcast.
You made a friend.
I made a friend for life.
You guys are having dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. We're BFFs.
At least you spent a lot of time there.
I sure did. Yeah, I got actually a wallpaper sample from her, and
Shut
I
up.
might.
Did you just take
yeah.
it, or did she give it to you?
She gave
Just
it to me.
take
Oh
it
yeah,
right off
just ripped it right off the wall. I felt
Was it cute?
I was owed.
Did you love it or something?
No, it was really cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
wanna
I
see
was
it.
like, "Where did you get that?" And I got names of her designers, her construction people. So really, it was for me. I was like, I got the most
Well,
material.
That's good.
Yeah. So after that, I was done door knocking.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
But
for sure.
I actually would love to know if people out there, how much do they hate the door knocking from realtors, or because honestly, for the most part, the people that I have knocked on their door, they've been really nice. I've had like 1 or 2 rude people, but I can understand it. It's not an awesome thing to have some stranger knock on your door, but it's really because there's just so few houses out there right now. That's honestly why I'm doing it.
I gotta say, I am astonished and blown away that you are doing that for your client. I truly would not even know that is an option.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
no.
that's typical though?
I don't know if it's typical.
I don't think it
That's
is.
Well, I don't think you're going to ever, if you're an agent and you're out doing it, I don't think you ever have to worry about bumping into another agent out there doing it. But I do think that I think that there's agents out there that do it. I think it's just more, you can kind of, because I've had my door knocked as,
Well,
and
I'll
not,
say.
and as they don't know that I'm an agent. So you can kind of tell when somebody's full of shit and they're just knocking on your door to try to get business. But when you actually really do have a buyer that wants to be in a certain
Yeah.
area, I think it's a little less off-putting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can say, like, your house is probably not going to be the fit for my clients, where if you're just knocking on the door and you're just trying to, like, cash grab anything, you'd be like, yeah, this could definitely, even if you know
Right.
it can't.
It's not. Yeah. I feel less uncomfortable doing it because I honestly do have buyers. When I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, it comes through. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's
I'm
tough.
super impressed by this. Actually, I'm really surprised.
It's awkward. It's really awkward. I mean,
Right.
and you just get a handle on it after the first few, and then it's not
Still awkward, but it's, like, tolerable. You've
Yeah.
lost all feeling.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of this business. I've lost all pride and
Ego is gone.
and hope No, just kidding.
You don't need it.
No, it's true.
Right, a lot.
But it is one of those businesses where you're just like you're peaks and valleys,
Yes.
you know, and
And they come like so quick. Like you're like, how am I doing this? I don't have anybody. And then all of a sudden you have 3 people, and then no people, and then 3 people, and then 1 person. It's just all, and it happens like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I have learned in the last couple door knocking outings that I think people's perception of the market is different than the reality. You know, I have told people that I cannot find a house for my buyers, and they seem very surprised, and I don't know why. I don't know. It just seems like they don't realize how few houses there are, and I just don't know. I
sort of
guess I'm just so
surprising.
in it.
Well, it's surprising too because you would think people would be like, yeah, I kind of can understand why people might not be moving because usually you can find something to sort of whatever the reason they're not moving
Yeah. Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You'd think you could kind of find, yeah, I could see why people aren't moving
Yeah.
right now and whatever. But
Yeah.
It-
I don't know.
And that's we were at last week when we were talking about that House of Horrors that I showed, and it was just it was a nightmare. It was just it was just the people were in there, dog was in there during the showing. It was
Filthy.
crazy, and we were
Dirty.
laughing like, oh, it'll be gone in multiple offers. It was the next day.
yeah, I
Someone
know.
bought it. It was,
And more than one person wanted to.
yeah, multiples.
So, I mean, the thing is, if you do the right things and clean it and stage it and paint it and get it ready, imagine what money you could get.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just insane. It's
So,
insane. And they're all happening like that.
mm-hmm.
Except for the ones like I was in a house yesterday that sold and something happened and it came back on the market and I was like, I kind of can't believe it sold the first time. And it's not selling the second time. And some of it's just because it's a funky super 1885. It's like a super old house. But I think when you don't do those things, those are the ones that are for sure going to sit, if anything is.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's like if it's relatively cute and it's updated and it's, you do the best with what you have and you price it right,
That's what I was going to say.
forget about it.
There's still some out there that I think are not priced right.
Yeah,
Sure.
they're too high.
Yeah, too high. And that becomes obvious really quick, too.
Well, it's
So-
funny because who was I talking to? I was talking to my new buyers from last night, and I was saying like, what's kind of nice is that you actually have sometimes an entire day to think about something, but that's it. You don't have any more. And then once something is not on the market if it's on the market for more than like 2 or 3 days and it hasn't sold, then people are like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Which is insane. Like 2 days, and
Yeah,
you're
I
like, what's
know.
wrong with it?
Yeah, I know.
And like you were saying, the agent that hasn't gotten any offers and it's been on for a day.
1 day. Yeah.
And she's panicking because it hasn't gotten any offers. Like that is a scenario that is so insane to me.
Yeah.
You cannot be, unfortunately, it's really hard to be like a long processor
Right.
in this market. You have to be like, I got to take all the time up front to process. And then when it goes on the market, all that's out the window.
Right. And that's why you have to be totally prepared, too. You have to have your pre-approval. You have to be, like, all your ducks in a row because there's just no time to dawdle.
No.
But it is
No.
very frustrating. I don't know if this happened to you guys, but it just happened to me last week where I was looking at a house that had been on the market for 8 days. And so I was thinking, well, my buyers have a chance maybe because, it's not selling and it was the top of their budget or whatever. But I was like, that's okay because maybe we'll get it. And then multiple offers on the same day as me.
Yeah.
I have that magic as well. It's almost like picking the line that's going to go slowest.
Yeah, and then
I have a knack for it. If at the grocery store, if I'm in that line, imagine someone's got to do a
Somebody's
price
writing a check.
Something, it's gonna be slow, and it's always my fault. The minute I put an offer on a house,
multiples.
always.
Even if it's not the
been
first
sitting there. It's been sitting there. It's like, oh, cool. We might have something
It's
here.
because you're just a trendsetter. That's just
They
happening.
follow me.
Yeah.
No, I just
Yeah,
it
it's
seems like I
upsetting.
have a knack.
Not always though. So still work with us.
Not that we don't get it. It's just
No,
multiples.
I know. It's just
like,
nuts.
yeah.
It's so annoying.
It is nuts.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything else that's weird happened this week for you?
Well,
guys?
it's funny that you say that because the
Yeah.
agent that called me about this house that didn't get an offer in a day, they're looking for a house. Her seller's looking for a house, and this house had been sitting, and they're like, we thought. And the minute they wrote 20 minutes earlier, another offer came in. Just after
yeah.
it just hasn't.
I mean,
It's
but do you guys
crazy.
believe it does happen for a reason? Don't you think people get into their right houses?
I totally think that.
I
I mean,
know.
I've been doing this long enough to know that like people get devastated when they don't get the offer that they think, and then something else comes along that is better,
Yeah.
or whatever.
And especially when things are kind of coming out slow and slower, you're like, there's this grab, this quick
Yes.
grab. They're like, we got to get a house. It
It
turns
is
into
psychological.
finding your perfect house to we got to get a
a
house.
house.
And then this has been the best of the houses so far. And I just, it ends up being fine. Like,
Yeah. There's a rush, and then it's a frenzy, and then it's crazy.
Yep.
And that was definitely pandemic time. It was
Oh,
totally.
absolutely. Now it's weird because I was teaching a class before this, and one of the people in there was like, "Did you see something about like I can't believe that there's never been any kind of letdown from the rates going up so high?" And I was like, "Well, there really was. I mean, we had a big letdown
Yeah.
in the market." Where things slowed to where it took them, it took a couple weeks to sell, and it was like the most foreign.
Yeah, that was
thing.
last fall.
So it's like
actually.
it's like whiplash now. Where we're like, nope, that's
We're
gone
back.
now,
We're
and
back.
that's it's hard. I mean, yeah, it's a lot to keep up with.
I remember I saw my friend, one of my buyers, like processing it while talking about it with me. He goes, "Wait, so it seems like it's just like 2 years ago, but the interest rates are higher. Is that right?" I'm like, "Yeah,
That's it.
right. Yeah."
Ding, ding, ding.
And he's like, "Wait, what?" It's just
Sorry.
I saw it
you're
in
still
real
going to
time.
do it anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's not going to stop.
I mean, they're not that high. They're just
they're
higher.
normal.
Yeah,
They're normal.
exactly.
Well, and I think like people are starting to settle in. Like it's like they've lived with it long enough to be like, okay, the rates are
like,
at 6.
I paid
Not freaking out.
$15 for eggs today. This
Yeah,
is totally
this
fine.
is fine. This is how it
We're all
works.
beaten down.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and also, like as one of our lender friends says, you can buy down the rate if you have
If
to.
you want to.
If you can. If you can, you can. And then that helps. So there's ways around it.
There are ways around it. That is true. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I thought it was it was a busy week. I think this is a busy week. I think it's going to stay busy for a little bit.
Yeah, you had
I'm all
a
for.
really nice, your Cottage Grove listing
Yeah.
went like in a blink of
Yeah.
an eye.
Yep. We
Just-
had 11 offers on it, which was a nice thing to be able to sort of pick and choose for
And
yourself.
how many were waived inspections again?
9.
9.
9 of the 11. But in this instance, that house probably warranted it because it
Yeah.
really, not that I'm ever a big believer that you should waive it if you don't have to, but it was like she did everything.
Yeah.
So
It
it
made.
probably warranted it
Yeah.
in that scenario.
Yeah.
I'm kind of loving. I looked at a couple houses where the sellers had their house inspected,
Pre-inspected?
and they have it right
Pre-inspected?
there. It's so
Yeah.
nice. It's just nice for those poor buyers.
Yeah.
It gives them a little bit of a. They can maybe waive it and feel a little bit better
Yeah.
about it.
For
and
sure.
Not,
It is nice of people because they really don't have to in this.
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's actually a good strategy maybe for a seller.
Absolutely. I think if they can and they want to know, like,
Yeah.
is there anything major we have to fix?
Yeah.
Slippery slope. But
Well, you know what I think in this house in particular, it was in a really great spot on the creek, but it was really dated. And so it might not have that, huge rush of people grabbing for it because,
Yeah.
aesthetically
Yeah.
it had a lot.
Yeah.
But now you don't have to pay for your inspection and it's in really good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do what you want with
Yeah.
it. I don't know. Maybe those are the people that are doing it.
You know what everyone asks me when I'm in a house? I don't know if you guys get this, but every time I'm in a house, the husband always will be like,
can we go check out the
Do you
garage?
smell that?
no, no, not those. But good guesses. Good guesses. No, is this a load bearing wall?
I know.
Every
Yes.
time.
I love asking that question. I'm
I-
dead
do-
serious.
See?
Seriously?
Except I usually know. But
Yeah.
yes.
They love it. It's like, do you think this is a load bearing wall?
And every time you go, no.
I don't know.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a contractor.
Why are
It
you
seems
wearing
like
a hard
What do you
hat?
think? What do you think? Do you think it is?
I don't know. It's real. And just, it never fails. It's always like, they'll touch it and they'll be like, is this a load bearing wall? you think? I don't know.
Did it wiggle when you hit it?
Just run through it.
I don't know. I'm like, well, it was perpendicular.
The trusses.
I don't know.
Which way do the trusses run?
This way is west, so I don't know.
God, I've done all
Morons
this. You
here.
actually make me embarrassed.
We're talking about you, Gabe.
Yeah,
I know. Is this? Yeah. Did you guys set this up?
But I mean, like, do you think that's something a real estate agent would know?
No. Well, okay. If you really want to get into it, know a
Not the
prejudice of
females.
mine. Yes.
You
That's
think-
that's the prejudice. Yes.
You were gonna say that, weren't you?
100%. Yes.
You don't think a girl would know?
Yes.
And you'd be right.
Yeah. Okay. So if it was a guy realtor, you think he would know?
I'm going to be super honest here, okay? So when the person who we don't talk about anymore, who Colleen might have known, and who was an idiot client,
Yeah. Oh,
who
yeah.
was a major idiot client,
Yeah.
before he was involved with her, I was like,
As
you
a
want to
client.
find a... Yeah, as a client, my God. Yeah, I should say that.
Thank you.
Because your personal relationship was totally separate. No, I'm joking. Sorry. But this is a joke. I should be clear to everyone. I am joking. But anyway, I said before, I was like, you should find a realtor who knows about construction stuff, because he was looking for like a fixer-upper thing. This is before she was involved.
All right.
And
I'm
yeah,
gonna get
I mean,
mad.
like that was my mindset. Now, however, I've been in Colleen's house, and she actually showed me how it's like, oh yeah, like they can be super fashionable and see things that I don't see at all. You know what I mean? So that was actually a
Yeah.
big eye opener, to be totally honest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a vision.
We're good for other things.
We have
No,
vision on
that's true.
style.
For everyone.
And
yeah.
then you go in there and you know what you do is you ask your inspector,
Yeah.
is this a load bearing wall?
Well, in defense of, I can't tell you how many flips I've been into that they've got a bunch of guys that are probably great at what they do and have no clue as far as aesthetics go.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like,
Or-
or fixtures, the fixtures they've picked and all the money they put into it, and they just picked wrong on every turn.
You need a combo.
You do. It's,
Yeah.
It's.
I've got a
ugh.
bigger thing, actually, is that if I had it to do over again, you know, back when I was married,
Yeah.
to have if I would have had a female realtor who related, or like who she trusted her taste,
yeah.
that would have been more valuable than anything, like,
Yeah.
period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, she definitely wasn't cared about my opinion. So it's like, it would have been like, not to even say the lady's going to agree with me. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it would have been nice to have someone who was more credible in the eyes of my
I
beloved.
see, because
Yeah.
she wasn't taking you seriously.
Never did.
I see. In any way.
Bliss.
Yes.
Okay,
Bliss.
yeah.
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 So that's huge, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you're going through that process, it's an enormous life thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, to have that is pretty essential if
Yeah.
you think about it.
Yeah.
Well, for sure, and kind of on that same to that point, because if you're right now, you have to move so fast that you have to be able to know that your agent, you already kind of have that rapport, that trust built before you walk in the house.
Yeah.
So that if you're like, you walk in, you're like, this is bullshit. You can't buy this house. They know you mean that. And on the other side, if you're like, this is probably a pretty good deal. They believe that. They know that you're not just in it for the money
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's nice. Yeah. I mean, there are things after you have been doing it a little while where you can kind of see, like, oh, this kitchen could be changed and stuff like that. Like, you kind of get some knowledge in that way. I just don't know if a whole wall is load bearing. I can't stop talking about it. I don't know. I
But
I
I
just want to
see-
know if
but-
it's holding a load, lady.
Well,
Can you?
All I say is, well, you can take load-bearing walls down. You just have to put a beam
Something there.
You have to put a beam there.
You
Yeah.
can do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, anything is possible.
just need
That
money.
is true.
Yeah.
That's
You actually need creativity more. As a guy who's flipped and renovated 2 houses, it really is. That's all you need is creativity. Because
Yeah.
I've done the beam thing for
Have you?
yes, and in fact, you can do a laminate, like they have those new like laminate, like lamb beams, whatever they call them, where it's like super laminated, heavy duty, where you can span, I want to say like 12 feet without a beam. That's
lamb?
a long way.
A lamb.
It is.
A lamb beam, yep.
I've never heard
It's
of a
just
lamb
like
beam.
laminate, basically, like a whole bunch
Doesn't
of.
sound strong.
No.
It's
Lam-
very-
12
Lama
feet.
beam.
You're right. It doesn't sound very strong now that I say it. but-
Laminate. That beam's laminate.
Wait, so do you feel like, Gabe, you had a good creative mind to do that?
Yes,
Okay.
I have a good creative mind for everything.
And then
Your house is really cute.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was a strength of mine, but it wasn't, you know, until I had someone show me the way, sort of, and learn how to look at houses that way, you know?
Yeah.
So that's
who
that's
showed
all.
you the way?
I guess my dad growing up, and then
Uh-huh.
kind of when we're buying the house, my the father-in-law was the father-in-law. Trying to distance myself.
Godfather.
Yeah, was he was a home inspector, so like
Oh, he
I had
was?
two really reliable
still?
people. Yeah, he's retired now, I think.
Oh, did you? How nice to have that.
That's
it was-
good
it
to have
was
in your
huge.
pocket. Yeah.
I rebuilt that house like from studs, so I mean like everything
Oh, that's so
from
cool.
YouTube and him.
That's
Wow.
good. Well, good.
Yeah.
You're a go-getter.
YouTube
That's
is amazing.
Yeah, I do think
is.
that that's how like some of our handymen have started their business.
It's just with YouTube.
Yes.
How to's.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Honestly.
ones that we both have used, their dad built their house, and then they just learned through their dad.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
go to
Yeah.
carpentry school.
Yeah.
No.
No.
And they're
Yeah.
great.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say, I've got a question for you guys, and actually we have a comment, and I don't want to say the name because I don't want to say the middle name wrong. Misty Fate
Yeah.
Shutro.
Yeah. Yep. Sure.
I said it wrong in my head the first, I don't know. Misty Fat Shutro, that's what I said the first time when I saw it in my head, but I knew
Nope.
that's probably not
No,
her
no,
nickname.
no, it is definitely not.
Right. So we got that, and we got another comment coming through here.
Oh.
And then I have a question to you. So
All
this
right.
is from Kate Smallville.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we know her.
Hi, Kate.
Remember when it used to take 6 months plus?
I do. I do remember that.
was
So
she
that
did
having
she,
babies?
Uh,
No.
when
to
you
get a divorce?
no to get into your house when it used to be like I think that's what she means. It used to take so long to get like get your pre-approval, get your house shown, get your house sold, get
Oh.
into the next house. Like it was
Yeah.
not. It
Quick.
wasn't that fast.
No.
It took a minute.
I wouldn't like that either.
Well, you could definitely think about it
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah. I wouldn't like that though. I
No.
like to move fast.
I'm a fast mover.
I like
I
to
move
just-
a
I
mover
don't know
and
why
I'm
you-
a
well,
Well, you
shaker.
can talk yourself out of anything.
Yeah.
And, I was showing a house last night, and she's like, there's always something with the house. Like, this was a
That's
really
true.
cute house. And I'm like, unless you're
Well, that's-
building it and designing it yourself,
Even
it's
then.
always something. And as I said, and even then, there's going to be something.
There's
Yeah.
no such thing as a perfect house.
No.
Do you guys see any trends in, like that happened? Okay, so I renovated my house, and it was a duplex, a stacked one, and it had like a Jack and Jill bathroom, all this. So we had to do like crazy amount of wall moving and all that. But, we made larger bathrooms, and the kitchen was large and open and stuff like that. So then when we wanted to go buy a house before the divorce, like for $400,000, we couldn't find anything even close
Yeah.
with the bathroom size and the kitchen size and stuff like that. Are there other trends or rooms that people are starting to build that, I don't know, that you see that old houses don't keep up with? Does that make any sense
I
at all?
feel like people are going back to more designated rooms. It's not as like the
Yeah,
openness
that's
is
starting to go
away because there is that, if you're in the kitchen, people are watching TV and the noise. I think people kind of like the
Separation.
Separation.
Yeah.
I think COVID did some of that too, where it was like, oh, we have to makeshift an office because we got to work here now, or we got to do school from here now. So I think people were kind of going back to that more compartmentalized to have designated
Yeah.
spaces for
Yeah.
that.
I would agree with that. And also, I don't know, like, I think that there is cool houses in both ways, like open kitchen, really pretty houses like that. But I do feel like sometimes when you have those, it's just like the whole house smells like the food you're cooking. Like you're in the TV room and you smell like bacon,
Yeah.
or like, I just
Smell like
I just want to be separated from the food smells sometimes,
Welcome to my home. We smell like bacon as a family.
our family smells bacon and farts.
Like yours is the litter box,
Yeah,
right?
we don't even put doors on the bathrooms. We just like everything an open concept.
Very
Right.
open.
I
Really
kind of
open.
like the separation. I do. I
Yeah,
know,
you
but
wanna
then
be
I
away
do-
from your
Yeah, but then
'cause you don't love
there's
them.
a way. That's right. And but I feel like there are like Meg's. Yours is the perfect mix of open but separate because of the way it is. If that
I
makes
think yours
sense.
would be that. I think yours is. I think both of you guys have that
Yeah,
same sort of
no,
deal where
no.
it's like, okay, that's
Right.
very clearly
Yeah.
the designated bedroom area.
Yeah.
And that's
No, yeah, I agree. I am. I like the little. I like
Where
the
the
oak
bacon comes
houses.
from.
That's where the bacon is.
yes, you bring it home.
Fry it up in a pan. Hey,
Hey.
Misty's now reacting.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not
it was
fat.
Gabe. She's not.
That's my bad. I'm sorry, Misty. Yeah.
She organizes our lives.
Oh, she is in charge.
And then
It
she
took
was
a
just
hot
clarifying.
minute.
Yeah,
Yep.
it took a hot minute.
Just
you're
clarifying.
Look at her picture. She looks
know,
so
she's so
happy.
cute.
God,
She's the
look at she's
cutest.
drinking and
I want to be there.
has
Yeah.
She's the cutest.
Cute.
Sure
I think
does.
she's hot. No.
The nicest. isn't
Oh, she's single.
Is
Oh
is
wait,
single.
I don't know
Oh
that.
my
for
gosh.
she? She is
Yeah.
single.
She's gonna be like, you guys.
Yeah.
This took a left turn.
This
I-
is now
can
the
you never
dating
talk
show.
podcast.
Talk
Sorry,
about me
Kate.
on the show again.
Sorry.
Different podcast.
I'm never calling in.
Okay, so I have a real question.
Yeah.
Unlike the BS you guys have been talking.
Yeah.
What is so? Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about a fellow who might be in a situation like my own.
Just a guy.
Who's just a regular
Just your
guy,
guy.
devastatingly handsome, good personality.
Yeah.
When you're in this, so I'm paying over $2,000 a month for rent, which still just blows my mind. It
Blows
blows
my
my
mind.
right?
Lose my mind.
But
It's
it's small business owner, so there's just a bunch of stuff makes it hard for me to get a loan.
Yeah.
But I can pull stuff together.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm also like in a spot in my life. I don't know where I want to go, blah,
Sure.
blah, blah. So it's just I hate throwing money down a well for rent. Do you guys see, but I don't see condos as an investment that actually get your money. Like, I don't know. I personally don't see them as a step forward, but I know nothing about them. Are townhomes different? Like, what are the options for guys in my situation or gals or people who are fluid?
Why wouldn't you maybe think about like buying something, and even if you aren't ready to go, you stay where you are and buy something and use it as a rental for someone else till you do know.
Because that feels like a risk to me, even though I'm not afraid of risk. I'm not afraid of anything really, but no, I guess I haven't thought of that, to be honest, because it just does feel like stress, and I'm at a point as a single father. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me get
Let it get the Kleenex.
as a
Get his sad music.
that's what I was trying to get.
Yeah.
As a single father,
Yeah. I
I'm
know.
really pushed to my limits on a day-to-day basis. I'm just trying to hold it together, you guys.
Yeah.
I
No,
want to have
I mean
lunches ready. I have to make lunch every morning
You
for
gotta
these
get out
children.
the Lunchables.
Yes. In fact, I stopped at the gas station to buy Lunchables because I forgot them on the goddamn counter again.
It's weird.
Okay, so now you want me to take on a rental property.
Yeah. No, you should buy one and live in it, and then when you decide if you want to move, then you can rent
Oh,
it
that's
out.
probably better.
Okay.
But not all of them are rentable. But then it's a piece of it's property you own.
No, and I've been a landlord, I guess.
Oh, you don't want to
Yeah.
be. You don't want to be.
I mean, I think that the thing is you don't have to do anything. But if you are in a situation where eventually you want to own something, you
yes.
have to get into the market as soon as you can.
Right.
Because the only way to move up to the next thing that you might be more like,
Yeah.
this is more my jam, is you have to get in somewhere. Because
Yes.
things are so nuts that if you wanted to make apples to apples for where you are or your your other house, that's no longer an entry level home. So in order, you either
Yeah.
have to, as a small business owner, you have to make a shit ton of money, or you have to like baby step it to where you want to be.
Right. So live in your condo for a while, then sell that, get a
Yeah.
bigger house.
Yeah, or just even if you don't want a condo, you just want a small, like an entry level house, then
There's some
do
cute
that.
stuff out there that's like small.
For sure.
That would be the same.
What
monthly
makes you think I
payment.
want to live in something that's cute?
What about
Not
what
you.
about
No,
it?
you want to live in a pigsty.
But
I
why don't
know.
you get another
Right.
get another duplex and
Get a little doopy.
live in a duplex with someone for a while, and then
House hack that.
you have that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't sound very motivated.
well,
at all.
no. I guess really what I'm at.
You just don't know.
Right. So okay, because I'm thinking about buying commercial property too. I'm at this stupid.
Yeah.
Like I need to shit or get off the
Precipice.
pot, as they say.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm also just curious if you guys see. First of all, are condos an investment at all? And then are townhouses better? Is there a difference?
I think
You
there's-
know, like I mean,
yeah.
can you make money in the market with those if you hold it for 2 years while I figure out what the hell I'm trying to do?
I can tell you because I own a townhouse
Mm-hmm.
that we rent, and we've owned it for 2.5 years. We bought it. It's gained. I mean, we've gained in the last 2.5 years. It's gained probably about $145,000 in equity, just because of what the market's been doing.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like,
Well, why don't you just give me that?
right.
I'd love.
That's
to
why
have
you need
that.
a really good
That's
agent.
Exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah.
But I mean, there's things out there where you just they kind of fall in your lap sometimes, or you're like, well, okay, this isn't our townhouse is in Lakeville. I don't want to live in Lakeville, and if we were ever in a situation where it didn't rent, it'd be okay. But the rental market is so good right now that when I was first trying to rent that out a few years ago, I had so many applications. I could choose whoever I wanted. I mean, it was really just so.
Right.
That's the scenario where it's like, okay, just getting in the people who live in my townhouse. If we ever sell it, I'd probably sell it to them because they've been such good tenants and they're first time home buyers. And like, if they
I
wanted
think
to
that
buy it,
happens a lot.
and it would give them an entry point in it. So I think there's like scenarios like that where you just have to sort of get into it some
Right.
way, whatever that way is.
You would just do a like what do they call those kind of deals with the
Like a pocket listing.
like the rent, like it's basically rent to own, like
Oh,
what do you call
contract
those?
for
kind of-
deed.
Contract for deed. That's what I was trying to get. Yeah. So like I mean, which is interesting for me to hear because that is
Yeah.
a way to approach this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this is just a great example of how we're just kind of like, this is how we would talk to our buyers. It's a little bit therapy, a little bit of just talking.
So much
about-
therapy.
Yeah.
Can I ask Kate? Speaking of therapy, why have you migrated out of the frame throughout this show?
It just
What do
You're just drawn to your sister.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why you moved like 9 inches or something throughout this. And it's like imperceptible. I haven't seen you move once. Just suddenly you're gone.
She's like camouflaged into her chair.
It's all I ask of you guys. Can you please remain in the frame?
Just levitating
So many rules.
sideways.
Yeah, I know.
So many rules.
At least we've come a long way from Colleen
talking
when
to the
she used to look at
Listen.
the wall. Used to look away from her co-hosts.
What are you talking
I'll be in
about?
the hall. You need me?
Kate Smallville has a
Oh,
Which-
yes.
That would be a great idea for a show.
Oh my God, Kate, you're so smart.
my God, actually,
You can be the host, Kate.
a
Kate,
divorced. That'd be a great show.
I know.
I mean, think of
You're hired.
God, she's smart.
And we can play your phone call.
Oh my God, yeah.
entry.
Yep. That is such a good idea.
Yeah,
God.
you'd have to be the host, Kate.
And you'd have to be
That
wearing
Kate.
that
Do you
shirt.
have
and
have that phone?
cocktail.
Do you have that phone call still?
That phone call?
that is exactly what I'm looking for. I've been
Oh, okay.
looking for. That's why I've been
Yeah,
quiet.
yeah.
So I'm trying to find it. And it's making me insane that I haven't found it yet. But I definitely have it.
Yeah, Kate had to work with a divorced couple before, and
Yeah, it's hard. I mean,
Yowzers.
but it's such a good idea because I mean, think about how many people get divorced
At this table,
at this table,
in this room,
and
in this building.
You know, they need something pretty fast.
Yeah.
and they need something usually smaller.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think we need to do it.
It's more about the mental illness that you have to
Oh, yeah, the
play a referee between. I think that
Yeah.
would be the best part.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the therapy
Sometimes.
part we're talking about here.
I think that's actually it. Like a real, as someone who's just gone through that, even to, I don't know, to let people know what their options are in that.
Yeah.
Like so many people, and you're going through a divorce, it's just so overwhelming. You
Yep.
think that you don't have any right. Like, let's say someone else is the breadwinner, right? You
Yep.
think that you have no rights to anything, for
Right.
instance, or whatever.
I think you're
So-
going to be homeless and just like to have
Yes.
somebody talk you
Out
through
of
it.
luck.
Yeah, it's
Out on the street.
yeah.
Yep, mediator.
Yeah, and Kate has been divorced 5 times. So, I mean, she's someone
She
who's
knows.
been there. She can help you through it.
Yeah.
And
Each time a little easier.
Yeah.
It's a little easier. It's just yeah. It's just like riding a bike.
Just line them up and knock them down.
and then another thing before we get into the pictures, and while I'm letting this thing upload,
Yeah.
because I have it, I'm really just trying to stall right now.
Yeah, we know.
Kate Smallville, that last name, is that due? Okay, I can't think of anything. I was gonna say there's a woman who I worked with once. Her name was Mary Gross, and she married into the name Gross. And I just think,
bad.
is Smallville a name that you want to keep? How about for you guys? Go around the table.
Well, if I were small,
I can tell you that that's not actually her last name. If
Did
that
she
makes
make
you
that
feel
up?
better. Yeah,
It
was
does, I
from
have
St.
no
Paul.
actual opinion about it. I just want to know if she wants to marry me.
I think it's
No.
because of like St. Paul, St. Smallville.
Oh.
Oh, that's her Facebook name?
Yeah, that's not her actual
Oh,
last
she's
name.
been calling her that name for the last 3 years.
I actually had no idea that wasn't her last
No,
name.
that was not actually her last
This
name.
is a podcast about Kate.
Kate, we're glad you're here because
whole week you could have come out here and measured the house. That is not my job, and you've already made my operations manager Whose so job upset is that it she to measure is the house? not. You know what? Here's the deal, guys. I'm gonna have to cancel my contract with you. I Whose can't job work is this way. whose job is it to measure the house? On my team,
Oh, God.
because we have somebody that we hired and pay a decent salary. She is the person that we have hired to
Decent.
do that, so I can go on
Great.
and actually get listings that pay me a full commission and don't take up all my time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you the cancellation right now, and sorry, Anthony, I can't work with her. I'm done. I'm sending you a cancellation, Karen, and I will have you sign it. And if you don't sign it, I will not continue working with you, Karen Whitty. I'm not going to work with you.
Measure this house, Kate, this summer. That was a realtor.
You know what? Hire someone else.
And they measured it for
bottom line.
at 3,200 feet.
It's one of the greatest
I'm
things.
not going to work with you.
How big is the house?
3,200 feet.
No, I understand, Kate.
He's so dead inside.
I've been living this.
You're refusing to measure our house.
Okay, Karen, do you have an inability to take any responsibility for your behavior?
And
I won't work with
I
you.
asked you to measure our house, and you don't.
Here's the thing. I don't
Gives
want
me
to work with you.
here's the thing.
I'm sorry, Anthony.
So much
Anthony,
anxiety.
you've been
I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. You have to go.
She
through the
never
process
does.
of
She
measuring
never
our
does
house.
anything, you
No.
guys. It's always
Okay,
you.
when a normal
You
realtor does
have to go do it. I like when she says that.
Find a normal
I-
realtor, 'cause I'm
Well, I
not
had a
gonna work.
realtor out here.
All right.
I'll
Hey, Karen, Karen,
I'm not going to work with you
Just-
guys.
all right.
Just
Thanks, Kate. I'm dropping off.
He meant the bridge he was standing on.
Exactly.
Yes. That is so great. Like I hear something new every time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
There's
know.
little nuggets in there.
We should just preface that say we didn't record that.
Yeah.
No.
That
yeah,
came
that
from
was-
that
was-
came from the
Anthony.
Anthony recorded that
with his
for
lawyer.
divorce purposes.
Yeah, I did not know it was being recorded, but I am so glad I
It
was.
was.
It was
because-
so therapeutic for us all. Like
Yeah.
we've all had that client where you're like, I would have loved to peace out that way.
Yeah, and
Oh.
I mean, I did not want to fire any clients. I never do.
You were that was like right when you first
Yes,
started. Yeah.
no, but it was hard. That's just an example of the drama that can happen in a transaction.
Yes.
In a divorce situation
Yeah,
like that. Selling
yeah.
furniture, man. God, the weird stuff you'd have to hear. Buying beds, all the. It's just it's way too much.
Yeah.
It's way too much.
It's a lot of personal stuff. You know,
Yes.
it's very highly charged. It's
Very
Oh, I'm
charged.
sure
Very.
there's politicking, I'm sure, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. She goes, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any. You know, that's what she was all the time. It was
How long-
everyone else.
Yeah, and how
Everyone
long
else.
do you think that how long did he stick it out for in the marriage? Far too long, whatever the answer is, but
Oh,
She was the worst.
he's not even relaxed. Like, you'd think this would be almost like a joyful thing for him to be like, see? See
Yeah.
what a maniac this lady is? Like,
I know.
and he's just that exhausted. It just isn't even like,
he doesn't even care. Can't lift his
Darn.
head anymore.
How bad do you have to be as a woman to have 3 women side with the man?
I
We're all like,
know.
she's the worst.
I know. I did go into it thinking, like, she told me about their situation, and I met with her, and I was like, she seems like
Fine.
fine, and
nice. Yeah.
yeah, and then it just like Fatal Attraction came out, and I was like, oh, I won't be ignored, and I'm like, oh my god,
Measure my house. Who's measuring?
I never did anything. You have to come do it. It's like a game show for her. Like,
I know. And everyone's talking, and she does not stop.
No.
Like unrelenting.
Unrelenting
Oh.
about the measuring.
Oh my god. So you're coming?
yeah, after the phone call. So it sounds like she can't come.
That's what she said.
That's so funny.
I'm just gonna read between the lines here. I don't think Kate's coming.
I was their 5th realtor.
Yeah.
And you were not their last.
What did Kate say?
Did you ever see if that house sold?
Yes, it did.
Who was the realtor?
It was a judge-appointed realtor from Redfin.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know they even did that.
I didn't
Sure.
either. Yeah, it was a learning experience. That's the thing about these transactions. Every single one of them is a learning experience.
You learn something.
New.
For sure.
Yeah.
Kate hardly yells at her clients, so just I want to put that out there.
Yeah, never have.
Cries,
I
yes.
cried. I was crying. Also, everyone was crying on that phone call. I think.
And many of us since.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, you guys ready to do a little?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do what?
Let's do your photos, right? Is that what you were gonna say?
I don't know. I was just giving you shit,
Wait, what?
sort of. But
Wait,
no,
what?
Yeah.
We're like, yeah.
Ah?
Yeah. I want to do it. Whatever you say.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Never say that to Gabe.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
so
to Gabe.
we'll do what I mean. We got to do this segment, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Do
waiting
it.
for you guys to introduce it, so I.
Oh,
can do
we're
that.
gonna.
Oh wait. No, I do it anyway,
Yeah,
right?
you do.
Yeah.
Yep, you do.
It's new, guys.
We haven't done this
new.
before.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the next segment. This week in real estate.
Where's the smoke?
Like this. There it is.
That's the house I
Horrible
showed last week.
listings.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that looks like
That's
there's
what made me.
wax
It
on the
made me
floor.
think of that, Colleen.
Yeah, that is basically the house I looked at. Multiple offers.
Oh my God, is there cement, cinder blocks?
I
holding
feel
up
like
the
it's
bookshelves?
tar paper on the floor and you're getting stuck.
Stuck.
And there's a hole in the ceiling.
There's a lot.
You can't expect to see a leg coming out of that hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, this looks like a dorm or like a college
does.
animal house. It's
And
sort
there's-
of.
Ooh.
There was no time to clean it
Is
up.
that a bust of Satan?
It's,
It's either Satan or,
Or
Robin
Beethoven.
Williams. I can't tell.
Oh,
Oh wow, I think it is Robin Williams.
that is.
No, it's Lincoln.
exactly.
Wow.
I don't
what-
actually. I can't see what is going on.
There's too much.
I can sort of.
see.
So
What is
first of all, the
happening?
guy's got a ton of. This is a man.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
This
no.
is a collector like that. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing at least.
Okay.
At least a guy, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
A lot of like statuettes, figurines.
Yeah,
I
a lot
see presidents. I see animals. I see the Statue of Liberty. I see a lot of presidents. This is a very lonely man. And
What is on the bed?
lava lamps? Are those lava lamps on the bottom?
I honestly cannot tell.
It looks. I
it
don't
needs
know
to
what.
be burned down.
One of the worst
It
things
looks like
I've
it
ever
was.
seen
Yeah.
is he took those bathroom, like those window cubes you put in your bathroom.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
he decided
Glass
to make
blocks.
a bed out of those.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, that's what that is.
That's what those are.
Oh, that's kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you don't think that's sexy enough,
balance
he's
beam.
got some giant seashells.
Where?
That's
That
on the
was
shelf
rack?
to the left.
Yeah, is that what that is?
Giant seashells.
like a
yeah.
conch.
A conch.
Conch. That looks like a cozy bedroom.
I
And he
know.
put a running board next to his
I know.
bed,
I
too.
thought it was a balance beam
Right.
or a
yeah.
load-bearing wall.
It's like a truck. Hop in.
I just want to take a match and some
Just-
gasoline.
It literally looks like the aftermath of someone taking a match.
Yeah,
It does.
it's
There's a
a
lot
fire.
of very charred.
Yeah, it's charred and it's papery.
And we should note that this is not a. Oh, this is.
This is
This
a-
house belongs to
One of our clients,
Kate Smallville.
Now listen, I've been
Kate.
in your house,
Kate.
and
Don't mess around. That is not your house. Yeah, no, it's
But
terrible.
it could be yours, Kate.
Yeah.
For the reason.
oh,
Yeah.
this could be yours.
For the price of.
Probably too much.
Yeah.
Whatever it
80
is.
over ask.
I
Yeah.
hate it.
Exactly.
Okay.
'Kay.
And then the next one we've got coming up is.
I don't even remember what
It's like the same. It's how I think of myself on the inside.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm afraid.
Oh.
I'm scared.
Oh
Empty.
yeah.
Empty. It's just empty.
But
Is that a
gonna be
camera?
like-
yes,
But clean.
I think it is a camera. That's why I took this one because I think it's a camera
Oh.
with just the mattress in the room. How freaking creepy is that?
Is-
If you walked into that, I mean, it is bright.
You feel
but-
like an OnlyFans page on the inside, Gabe?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, I feel like it's like a kidnapping situation.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
very tidy, but
so many
Oh,
things.
yeah, that'd be a great place to kidnap someone. Or to,
no windows.
Yeah.
You know
wow.
what this reminds me of? And this is, I don't know if this is appropriate. Well, it's very appropriate, actually.
God.
Colleen, we know somebody who travels for her work, but is very active on Tinder and uses home listings for rendezvous of the sexual nature.
Who? I know this person?
I don't know if the guy was a realtor or something like that, so he used it. But yes, they would.
Wow.
And she said she showed up, and it was that room that we're looking at.
Oh.
That's all that was there.
That
a
is-
mattress on the floor,
That is so scary.
and he had her take a shower too.
Wait,
What?
It was so bizarre.
how has this not come up before in
I
any
don't
conversation?
know.
I can't believe it hasn't either, actually.
Who took a shower? Where?
So she shows up. Okay, just tell me to stop.
Oh,
Just
no.
stop.
Uh-uh.
So
No.
interesting because I know.
This is the best story we've
Yes.
had all day.
You know who
person.
this is?
Okay.
She's.
Oh,
yep.
okay.
And was traveling and does like some true well, I'm hitting a flight at 5 o'clock and it's 11 a.m. See if I can meet someone
Okay.
and fall in love. So did that. He gave her the address. It was like 20 minutes away. She took a cab there and goes up, and it's this big house that's for sale. Goes in, and he's sitting in the living room on the chair with like a laptop up. Apparently, he barely looked at her when she came in. He said, "Go take a shower."
Ew.
Like first thing, like it was a weird power thing, to where she's like, her body at that moment was like, "I should run, right? I should run." But she's like,
But I need a shower.
I'm such
so.
a compliant person. She's like,
So
I just
polite. I'm
default
so
to that
polite.
kind of.
Yeah.
And yeah, and she's like, I found myself going and doing it. And then went, and he told her to come to this room. She's like, wet hair, wet, like whatever. And there's a mattress on the floor like that.
No.
Yes. And did the deed.
Was there a camera involved still?
Oh, you know what? I guess I don't know that. Maybe I'm not 100% accurate. I didn't even know that I didn't know he knew that was a camera. But yes.
But she lived to tell.
She lived to tell. She
Yep.
is alive.
Good.
Oh my.
Not inside, though.
I have never heard that story.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's very disturbing.
Yeah.
Super disturbing.
I can't believe she did that.
Very dangerous.
We
I
don't.
too
We
like
don't.
this.
We don't.
Here's
support
another
that.
interesting thing about this particular photo is that they thought that this was a good picture to put in the listing. Like they didn't think twice. They
Well,
weren't like
they're just
maybe.
appealing to the kinky people.
I guess.
I
How many of those
I
are
love
there?
how we're trying to
More than one.
segue from that nightmare.
I know. I
of a
don't know.
story.
I know.
I don't
I'm
either.
sorry. It's
I
hard.
don't either.
It's gonna have nightmares. Yep.
I have to go home.
Is it weird though that that is to me an odd thing about real estate though, that it's like
Which part? Of
it's not okay to just have like a bare room, right?
Not
Like,
with
I
a
mean,
mattress on the floor and a camera. No.
It's got to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, a
if
bare room is fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Totally
my
fine. I
mattress is on
prefer
the
it.
floor.
I prefer it.
Just made me realize that.
Well, you don't.
To wrestle
Aren't-
my children, I just wasn't.
You know what? You're so.
You need a
sad.
stager.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, I do.
You're not selling your house though.
Oh.
You mean my apartment?
Oh yeah.
My white walled apartment?
Your
Yeah.
$2,000 a month
My
apartment.
divorce guy, right?
Insane asylum.
Pretty much. Okay. All right, next up.
Yeah, no segue. Hard.
We've got, in this one, I don't even know what to make of it.
Oh. Oh, is that a bathtub?
That is
That is like
that
a
is
wide ass
And
toilet.
carpet.
That
Yeah.
toilet.
Well, wait. That's the.
Oh, that's
first.
not the bed. Okay, that's
Oh
the
my
No,
toilet.
it's a
God.
bathtub.
I
No,
thought
it's a
those
bathtub.
were mattresses.
No. that's a bathtub.
carpet in the
Stop.
bath.
You
You know what's
Beautiful.
nice? So when you do slip and fall out of the tub, you're not gonna hurt
No,
yourself.
you're gonna be okay.
little rug
What
burn.
kind of mold is going on though with that carpet and wetness, and then the rocks, and then the
And
windows,
then the wallpaper.
and the chandelier.
Nothing about
This
it.
is high
right.
end, you guys. This
That
is luxury.
thing is
Luxury. This is.
I feel like this is one of those things when you're walking up to the bathtub, you have to have like the long flowing robe or
Yep.
something behind you.
Yep.
I don't know,
You know
what
what's
you
really-
have.
You know, like what's really nice with this one, again, you get out of the tub, don't need a towel because you got the carpet right
Just
there.
Yeah, you just
around.
roll down the.
But this one, you get to roll down the stairs.
Yeah,
so
right
it's
down
like
the
there's
stairs.
some fun involved.
Yeah.
And then
No
is that
slipping.
a alien's face coming out of the roof, or is that a gynecological lamp?
It's like a hot lamp.
It is
does
a
look
chicken.
like a face.
It's a chicken incubator.
Oh my god, I have one of those in one of my bathrooms, and those things they will
warm.
heat
I
up
had
some
one in my old
space.
house and I loved it.
Look
we used
at
to
the
call it the chicken
wallpaper
lamp.
though. It looks like very Greek god.
Don't you feel like there's some? It would be metallic if you got close to it. Like it'd
I
be like
think it's
tinfoil.
gonna have velvet.
Yeah, it could be velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder
Oh,
why
there's
it's
lots
pointing.
of boobs. It's all boobs.
Yeah.
Oh, it is people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, guys. Those are like that's like Zeus and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can,
Or David. I don't know.
How about the
somebody-
chandelier
Susan,
size there? What do
Susan.
we?
Yeah. Scale is all wrong.
Scale's a little odd.
The scale. Yeah.
Oh,
It's probably hard to put a electrical in through that wall, though, with being all those big rocks there.
Yeah, the boulders.
You're at a grotto.
You are. The
Yeah,
chandelier.
At a very,
Popcorn ceilings for sure too.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
Guaranteed.
like a high-end grotto or whatever. I don't know, with the wallpaper and the brass.
It's very Vegas-y.
Oof.
So as a realtor,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
you walk in on this, you're going to list this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
What do you
what are
say?
you going to do?
We're just gonna add some orchids and
Lanterns.
a lantern.
It's like you
Over
pay
here.
a person to just streak the room when the people come in, just to create some like distraction. Like, oh my gosh, I've never seen
I'm
that.
gonna actually wear a toga when I show.
Oh,
the
there's
house.
no. You'd
Oh,
have to
yeah.
do something funny with the photos on this. Like you'd have
Yeah.
to do something.
someone in a toga or
Well, how
like-
would you write
Someone
this?
feeding me grapes.
or
in the
have like
description?
have a cigarette with one of those long extender things that the
Yeah.
ladies used to
Yeah.
wear.
Just in the
Use-
tub with bubbles.
It's a great question. Is how do you describe this room? Write your listing, ladies. Go
I'd
ahead.
say this is a very design forward.
This bathroom boasts carpet.
Yeah. There's
and
boasting
steps.
You get your leg work in.
and a double wide toilet.
This
yeah.
design is
Get
so
plop
far.
your fat ass down here.
Yeah.
And then roll right into the tub.
Everything you could ever need.
This design is so far in the future that we may never catch up to it.
Yeah.
Basic people need not apply.
Only
'em
this
feel
house,
like-
a home built for the bold.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Not everyone will get it.
No. No.
Not everyone will
No.
want it.
What is with the platform bathtubs? Like,
I don't
does that
know.
ever get pulled off in a really cool way, or does it always look like you're a
Maybe like
fucking
at the
full of yourself
Venetian
kind of person?
at
Yeah.
in Las Vegas or something.
If
I've
I
never
walked
seen
into
this.
a hotel and it had this, it would be like the bed's round as well.
And it vibrates.
Yeah.
You have to be good at
This
sex
tub-
to own a house like that.
This
Or have a
tub,
room
this
like
tub
that.
vibrates.
The tub.
Put your quarters in.
All the bubbles start coming over. Don't put don't put bubble bath in it.
Yeah. Good Lord.
All right, next up we have got, and I don't even know what this is. Just good old-fashioned
Toothpaste.
DIY.
DIY.
No, it's not.
Upside down.
Oh boy. Is that
well.
tape just kind of around some tinfoil just hanging? That's so
That's gonna
Uh-huh.
You want tinfoil next
gonna
time.
get flagged. For sure.
FHA approved? No.
Yep.
Oh, just the fire
That's a lot of
The only way this could be better if there was a little eyeball peering
coming
into
out. I
that
was like, I
hole.
was just thinking like a little mouse head.
There's a little finger. Someone puts a pinky finger through. I don't know
Help
why
me.
this made me think of it, and I wonder if you guys have ever encountered
It's
something
amazing.
something like this. But my my ex father-in-law, who I still think very fondly of, but an eccentric character, and he was a home inspector, home builder, all that. But he had this thing where I was in their house the first time, and I remember maybe it was the third time I was in it, but I just remember going like, huh, all the wall outlets are like hip high.
Oh yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever, like,
Yeah, you
yeah,
told
maybe
us this, I
like,
think.
or let's say 26 inches, 28 inches high.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, this is kind of odd. And then finally I noticed, like, in the next room, they're up there, next one. And I finally go, why are your outlets all so high? He goes, huh, so you don't have to bend over.
You just have
Obviously.
to step. You have
He
to
cracked
step
the
over.
code.
You have to step over
The
cords.
lamp cord.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like
Limbo underneath
oh my
it.
gosh, it's like
He has a bad back.
Well,
Hey,
it'd be worse.
He's
in a
gonna
minute.
have bad other things when he trips all the time over the cord.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wow, that is
But-
interesting.
have you guys ever seen, I don't know, the weird idiosyncrasies that people put in their own home? I mean, I bought a home that was he was a DIYer
Yeah.
and just did the worst work you
Yeah.
could imagine on
See
everything.
that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
DIY is like what?
Yeah, yeah,
Y
I'm
as
trying
in
to think of
D
the weird
as in WHY.
Yeah.
WTF.
Oh, he
Yeah.
put a wall we had a cold porch, and he put a wall in the middle of it with a door, but it's like the wall was like, 1/4 inch plywood on each side with like styrofoam from like if you bought a TV,
yeah.
for instance.
Just shove that in there.
Yeah, he just stuffed a whole bunch of mismatched styrofoam in there. Like it was bizarre. I mean, you could push the wall over. If I would have just put both hands and really pushed it,
Oh,
whole thing
wow.
would have gone down.
Wow.
He was an inspector?
This was
No. I'm saying the guy who I bought the house.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that was your
yeah,
father-in-law.
he killed himself in the house though.
Oh boy.
It
Rats.
happens.
Probably because
It happens.
he realized his construction work was so shoddy. Realization. Sobered up.
Did you get okay?
All right, I'm just gonna give everybody the 2-minute warning for me. I gotta go in 2
That's
minutes.
okay.
we're busy.
We're to
I'm
our
sorry.
last picture.
Sorry that
Yeah,
we do.
great.
No.
Okay, here's the last picture. What is going on in this one? Whoops.
Oh, spooky Halloween. Oh boy, yeah. Look at that. Look
The-
at that.
well,
I can see
Look,
outside
it's
in every way. I can see outside.
Why are there? I mean, they took the time to line the pumpkins up, but their ceiling
face
is-
first out?
Yeah, like the time that I don't. There's.
It's kind of
Wet.
has a poltergeist, like when the floor gets, it's the house is getting eaten by the ground.
Yes, it's going
falling in
down.
on
It's
itself.
on a sinkhole. I think it's
Yeah, it looks like the house has been like picked up and dropped 3 feet.
yeah.
or
It's
something
like from
that.
the movie Up. Are there heads coming out of the ceiling? There's heads coming out of the ceiling.
Kiss?
There's heads.
They're masks.
They're
Kiss
masks.
masks.
Do you see that?
Yes.
And look at all the lovely magnets on the freezer too.
My God, it's like the upside down.
It is like the upside
So when you
down.
walk through a house like this, you're like, well, you're going to want to depersonalize.
declutter. Love it.
What do you say for these kind of things? Like,
Burn, yeah.
I mean, are there any
a tear down.
that you guys can think of that are just? I mean, not like this. This is obviously,
Yeah.
but just where they have freaky.
Yeah. Just get
Have
rid of
you
your
ever seen one of
knickknacks.
those stuff like this?
always
Get rid of your
say,
knickknacks.
if I were selling my house, I'd be telling myself the same thing. You kind of
Look
put them
at that.
Oh, it is Kiss.
Kiss.
Oh my God.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, those are those cool masks we would wear as
At
kids
Halloween.
with the plastic one.
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
You
not
do?
not in the kitchen. No, I mean, I love.
Oh yeah, this is just like her house.
It just reminds me of home.
Oh, ick.
Where they got their 8-track in the cupboard. It looks like.
Oh God. This is not. Yeah. This is a teardown. You don't. There's nothing.
There's
you can
nothing
say here.
you
It's
can
already
do.
torn
Take the
down.
pumpkins and go.
I don't think you do.
Trick or treat.
Just get a
Yeah,
match
they
and
really
some
have a
gasoline.
thing for Halloween with the masks and the
Yeah.
pumpkins and the
This
terror
isn't. This is.
and the dirt.
Michael is the owner.
Yeah.
That's where Michael lives.
Oh, what a nightmare. Well, God, what a good first episode.
You guys, we didn't
If we
totally
say our-
suck.
And we want to thank our supportive
Misty
friends.
and Kate, we love you so much.
That's good.
and I don't know if there's anybody else.
Yeah.
But
and
prob-
everyone else. There you go.
Yes.
Love the modern skylight. Thanks, Kate.
Kate, you're the best.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're our first guest.
Thanks, Kate. Catch
my
you
God.
later.
Let me get her.
Listen.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
you guys. Well, I hope you have a good week.
Yep. Keep
And
everything real.
Keeping it
In
real.
real estate.
In the real estate.
Okay.
Okay.
Till next week.
Okay, see you later, everybody. Bye.